not sleeping this week, as we're going to see what they can do against lloD in this Game 5 set down here in what I believe to be loser's quarters.
Yeah, already kind of a pretty fast-paced match, and lloD like racking up a lot of percent. You know, I've talked about this matchup in the past. Like, really, it's defined by Peach having a turn-up, because otherwise Marth is just able to super effectively wall Peach out, and has a hard time coming down. All those things that Peach struggles with.
And like you kind of briefly alluded to this, but the bracket is looking real weird, especially at this point. The winner of this is going to be like the winner of Juicebox versus Reeve. Michael's already eliminated from the event. Kem's gone. Dawson's gone. 2 frames just barely avoided getting to play Gatsu. It's a weird day, for sure.
Definitely like not what I expected in terms of the bracket, but still like pretty cool to see people kind of subvert expectations. But really like what I'm seeing so far by lloD. Just kind of good pressure game.
lloD is immensely talented. The previous commentators were talking about lloD potentially over Triff being the best active Peach main in the world, and I definitely think, whether I'm not sure which side of that I'd land on, especially when we're in this era, that lloD is immensely talented. I think the big result that comes to my mind is the 5th at SmashCon last year, double limbing Amsa. lloD's just so good, but it's been like focused on med school and stuff, so we don't see him nearly as much as we'd want to.
Which is like such a good excuse for not going to tournament. Like, Smashers have so many bad excuses for not going, and being like, oh, sorry, I'm doing this thing called becoming a doctor is like, yeah, I guess it's a good reason not to go, but still, like, really impressive. It's good down smash there. Does he get the edge guard? Turnup's really helping him out, and that will clean up the stock.
Some good stuff, good turnip play here from lloD. Like you said, when he does have that turnip in hand, it can make it real rough for Kuyashi. Let's see how this edge guard plays out.
Ooh, really unfortunate there. Everything else I was seeing from him was super good. Like, really good use of positional advantage there, pushing damage, but doesn't pan out. Probably didn't want to go for the dare. Might have been a down tilt, and he ran off.
Yeah.
Barely misses the F smash, but does end up playing the stock up.
Forward smash. Still looking like quite a big lead to make back here with that unfortunate SD and lloD.
Oh my god, that was incredible. Holy shit.
Jesus, lloD is so
lloD telling us that he doesn't need an SD to win.
And Kuyashi immediately clicks the CPU, just like, play this, I'll have a better shot. Oh man.
That is crazy.
God damn.
Yeah, definitely like, for as many people know, like Rishi and lloD are brothers. They kind of have practiced together so many times. So I know lloD is like quite confident in this matchup. I'm pretty sure that he, along with Rishi, has said that like people make this matchup to be really bad, and it is definitely Marth favored, but like it's much more doable than Peaches give it credit for. Maybe we'll see that kind of different approach to the matchup show itself here.
And definitely with the absence of Armada, we really don't get to see this matchup at such a high level really anymore, because there's some talented Peaches, but there's not nearly as much. And the ones like lloD, who's doing med school stuff, barely entering events, and Triff, who's halfway across the world, really don't get to see it like at the super high level.
Yeah, like I literally sometimes just think about how much I want to see Armada versus Zane, and how sad I am that we don't get to see that. Ooh, kind of a weird SD again, just like input errors, I guess. Good grab.
Right, Kuyashi tried to finish that stock off Omega quick with a back throw dipper, but not quite getting to connect. lloD's turnip game is so good!
Again, like talking about experience, like, he knows how to edge guard Marth. Like that's the play from someone who's just like, if I do this, you are gonna end up here and you are gonna die for it. And like super impressive. Like any Peach player should be taking notes here.
Because we're seeing, like, the mastery of the matchup is being shown so well, because lloD's throwing the turn on me. He's like, oh, you're going to be right over here. He's working his way, even though Peach is shorter, not as fast speed. He's able to get there in time to get the follow-up on his own move, setting up his own alley-oop.
Yeah, so many good turnips. And just, like, yeah, like, really putting a lot of pressure on him. And making it, like, even though, like, Peach is slow, like, because he's kind of, like, zoning him out well, like, the lack of speed like really isn't showing, so very nice job. Let's get a shield drop there.
And there's that another kind of antsy forward smash there from Kuyashi. Looks like this edge goes fine.
No.
I really like that side with the turnaround in the air. So smart stuff.
Just rinsing and repeat the back air, very solid, yeah. A lot closer than I thought it would be. lloD opting to stay pretty grounded so far, not really looking to float much. Maybe, you know, at the low percents doesn't want to get called out for not crouch canceling. Good dash attack though.
I've seen Kuyashi do a good job at taking advantage of that distance that the sword brings. Shy Guy is playing a significant role in that interaction. No one gets hurt from it. Yeah. Oh, that's rough.
It's barely gonna hit. Yeah, one of the things I've noticed is like lloD stylistically seems to really favor the turnips in particular. Obviously, I've talked about like how important turnips are in this matchup, but like with Peach, like he will literally have like stage positioning and he'll run to the other end, corner himself, and grab a turnip because like that's how much he wants a turnip. And really good forward smash there by Yoshi. So
really good identifying how well that situation would be. Yeah, but I do think Koyashi's doing an incredible job of operating in that mid-range. Ooh, Stitch.
Stitch.
Okay. We pause for him. Okay, Koyashi's fine. I was going to say that Koyashi does a great job at operating in that mid-range of where Peach is not safe enough, feeling not safe enough to grab a turnip. Oh, and also in these like extended edge guard scenarios where Kuyashi has to pick right over and over again, is getting right after right after right, and we're going to go even one apiece going in the game 3.
Yeah, really good at pushing his advantage. Like, you know, in those situations, he recognizes that Peach doesn't have a lot of options. They're kind of in a bad spot, or not kind of, they are in a bad spot. And rather than like giving that up, just like safely kind of chipping away, you know, like you said, edge guarding, like what does Peach really have in terms of mix-ups besides like kind of weird up B timings, air dodges, that kind of thing. So really smart play from Kuyashi, and you can see the sort of matchup knowledge there.
Let's see how it works over here on Dreamland. Peach is definitely going to have that more space to pick these turnips if lloD opts for it. And we'll see how it continues to play here. Also, a lot more of that space off stage for lloD to do some fancy turnip stuff or set up those rough situations for Kuyashi where maybe fear is what ends up taking that last stock, not wanting to get hit by the turnip, and ending up just dying anyway.
Even right there, like he just, like lloD just went for 4 turnips in a row and just started throwing them from the corner. Like again, like he like loves the turnips. It's something I've seen that like really differentiates him from other players. He's just like all about the turnips. But we've seen the combos that he can do with them, so you know it's not a surprise really. Ooh, just barely doesn't get it there.
I don't think we've really seen Kuyashi, and again, it can be scary, especially when it's some of those more damaging turnips, try to catch them in return, and I guess also to that point, Marth item grab, and
exactly.
item throw. Oh, it's real bad!
God. You know my philosophy on bombs is basically just get rid of them. They're not, oh, such a perfect snipe again, doesn't get the dare.
Okay, just able to sneak away back from the ledge. Okay, we're in that, okay, because on Yoshi, Kuyashi was able to do a great job in these scenarios. Some nice edge cancels. I'm not sure 100% necessary, but real smooth looking.
Ooh,
and yeah, that dunk's gonna do it.
I was like, please give me the dare. You got it. You're right in the right position. Do it, do it, do it.
Kuyashi's so good when Peach is in those disadvantage states. lloD is definitely winning neutral more when they're on even playing field, or when lloD is like holding down center stage with a turn up. But when Kuyashi has lloD off stage, Kuyashi's doing a great job out here. Don't jinx it.
And I would say that, you know, Kuyashi's doing a better job of actually like calling out lloD's kind of turnip pulling behavior. Like saying like, look, if you want to run off to the other end of the stage, I'm gonna punish you by like getting a little bit too close, making you feel like you can pull a turnip when you can't, and you're so desperate to pull one that I'm gonna just like wait for the right opening and like get a lot of damage. And that, like earlier he got like 45% just from a single spaced turnip pull. And now he's like zoning him out with up airs. How does he get down? Still keeping center. Really smart play. Up in there above the turnip.
Yeah. But we're seeing that classic you don't want to be above Marth, and Koyashi's making it hurt every time. Like, so many of these that could be 50-50s, or lloD could mix it up a little bit more. Koyashi's just got it on lock. And
that should do it, yeah.
Wow.
That was excellent. Like, again, it's like what we've been saying. He's just kind of like, okay, look, I have a way better character in this specific situation, and I'm just going to leverage that advantage as much as I can. And now he's up, like, solid stock, hopefully trying to rack up as much percent as he can, being really patient too with the down tilts.
That's gonna do it. Drops two dot eyes in a row to go to a normal turnip. All right, lloD.
I know that Ryobeat has said in the past that knitting is like a meme, and that you can't react quickly enough to actually, you know, pull the turnips and know what you're doing. And we kind of saw that a bit there. That 2 dot eyes would have been more than sufficient.
But lloD got a great use out of the turnip he did get, and easily killed that Marth super early. That was painful to see. It's gonna take a bit of a strong effort here for Kuyashi to bring it back. Okay, let's see if we can turn this into a stock. It's gonna be rough at this percent, especially seeing his lloD died at like 200 last time, but Kuyashi can win these. No, lloD's able to find his first way back through that minefield. Oh god.
Yeah, you know, again, like he's shown us that he knows what to do to kind of win the matchup. He knows how to leverage the strengths of his character. So although 70%, you know, quite high, or 80% basically, he absolutely could clean this up, and he does. So this is very winnable.
I know I keep on going back to Kuyashi from doing that, but I'm just so impressed. Can they get through the minefield? All right.
As you get off ledge. Ooh, tries to get the waveland. Sometimes you'll see MPK like waveland in place, like he'll go on the ledge and then the waveland. Really good.
Oh god, this is intense. All right, got the advantage state. Oh god, this is an even game. Oh, Kuyashi's able.
My god,
oh no.
Again,
Using the jump early. Not a fan. Okay, using side B the soul. Oh my god.
Fair. Oh, the grab though.
Gonna get forward throw.
In.
Yeah, Kuyashi probably holding down that behind. Still trying to mash. Bold hell win yet again.
Counter.
Okay.
Even the soft hit.
I don't like using the jump immediately. Oh wow!
How is he still alive?
Oh,
I love going to the top platform. Perfect. And now this is absolutely doable.
Oh my god, is Kuyashi really gonna
hold?
Oh, they're dead!
Yeah.
Wow.
That was impressive, though. That was very impressive. I thought this would be much more lloD favored, and Kuyashi's showing us that he's no slouch when it comes to the Marth Peach matchup at all. Like, really impressive.
So, I'm gonna think Fountain, Tri-Plat teams, or have we been Battlefield yet? Was Battlefield game 1?
No, I don't think we have. So, what did we do? We did Yoshi's as the counter pick. What about FD as well?
Do they not know that's best of 5? Hey, yo. What happened? Kuyashi said, yeah. Oh, my bad. All right, Kuyashi, DQ, get him out of here. Okay, we just had to wait for them to start that up. Yeah. That was a real close one. Yeah, but I'm definitely thinking like a tighter Tri-Plat stage to heighten the time that lloD will be spending off stage. But I guess that could work in reverse because lloD's edge guards have been pretty fantastic as well. I don't know why I just can't get off this. I'm just so thoroughly impressed that Kuyashi's keeping up with a top 20 Peach here.
Well, I also think that people are forgetting that, like, yes, he lost to lloD, but on Dreamland, and it was very, very close. So, like, the reason why I'm saying it's so impressive is just, like, this is very weird choice we have to talk about first. Yoshi.
So I know lloD, I forget what they are off the top of my head, but I know lloD has very strong opinions about the dinosaur. I think it might be that, like, Yoshi's really, really good, and that would make sense with the pick here. And it looks like it's working.
This does not seem like the kind of matchup that you counterpick to. And again, I'm pretty sure that he has like a decent amount of faith in Marth Peach, but yes, he's seen enough.
lloD did counterpick Fox against Reeve earlier, so there's the potential that lloD just like having fun, maybe showing a bit of hubris here, knowing that lloD thinks they can win this game 5 if it goes to it, or Kuyashi might not be able to adapt.
Good deck, though.
I'm trying to think up in that like Michigan or Chicago for a brief time area who Kuyashi would have that practice playing against Yoshi, because this one game might be enough. This, dare I say, cheese strategy of lloD being able to pull this one off with catching him off guard in this game 4.
Well, yeah, really, you know, it's up to Kuyashi to show us that, like, he's kind of got more in his toolbox than we realized. Like, you know, knowledge in the Yoshi matchup as well as the more common Peach matchup. And so far, like, not seeing too bad. Again, it's just how he secures this kill.
Yeah, just Yoshi's one of those characters that, oh yeah, lloD definitely has a good grasp of what is supposed to be done here with the dinosaur. This is surprisingly looking real rough for Kuyashi. Kuyashi was doing a better job keeping up against the Peach, which is a weird thing to say.
Yeah, I think it is honestly matchup experience. Yoshi's one of those characters that's like super strange to play because like in a lot of situations when you hit him, you get like punished for hitting him. So like even someone like Marth who has really good disjoints, like it can still be hard to get used to like, oh, this situation that would be safe in every other situation isn't safe against Yoshi. Doing a good job so far.
Yeah, I think Koyashi's starting to, that idea is starting to come to them. We're seeing a lot of those down tilts, a lot of those very far spaced moves where even if Yoshi was able to get the parry or double jump on a move, wouldn't have that quick time to rebuttal, but still having that problem hitting Yoshi in a shield drop opportunity. Nice tag.
Amazing tag.
Wow.
Really fantastic tag.
Oh,
Oh my god.
no.
But it's just like totally undercut by the regular getup.
Kuyashi was saying in chat, like, oh man, they're gonna stream me getting messed up by lloD. And I don't think Kuyashi, when they said this
Thought
is
it
what
would
they
go
had in
this
mind.
way. Yeah.
Oh god.
I mean, again, I was impressed in the Dreamland game. I think people should be impressed. That is not easy. That is like a pretty rough stage for Marth, even if he wins the matchup. So.
Oh no! Oh, that hurts so much. GG's the lloD. lloD's Yoshi's kind of real. I think Polish was also saying in the chat that lloD's Yoshi is taking a game off of Polish's Peach. So I guess there's a long history of lloD messing people up, but god damn, that was something.